Well, Mr. Smith, the E911 coordinator, talked with the residents there on that road, and basically she was stating that she was trying to call 911 and they couldn't give her the information, but her call was coming from a cell phone and not her residence, and that's why she wasn't given the information. At that time, the phase 2 upgrade was not complete, and she was trying to call on her cell phone and not her house phone. And she indicated to us that she don't use her house phone. She uses her cell phone. So that's where the mistake was. So if she had called from her home, it would have identified that she would have been on Pine Hill Drive.
That's a very good observation, because a lot of people are choosing to not have home phone service, and we're getting more and more. In fact, the calls to the Sheriff's Department now, about 85 to 90% are coming from cell phones. So go ahead and continue.
The next update is concerning Storm Ready.
Mr. President, before you leave that issue, I want to ask some this. I've been waiting. You're saying now with the completion of phase 2, cell phones will now be identified to wherever the emergency is located?
Within a football field, I would say.
67 meters.
Yes.
Okay, and the reason I asked that because in the rural area, they're already dealing with the issue of travel to a hospital, because it's not more, whether it's ambulance service, whether it's the sheriff or whatever else. But now we have all that cleared up, and I heard you say it is cleared up. In terms of if they call from a cell phone versus call from a
right, better location, right, from a cell phone.
All right, thank you.
The next item is dealing with the Storm Ready, something that we have been initiating here in Hinds County. We have finally submitted our application for Storm Ready approval. We submit the application on February 24th. We're waiting for the final walkthrough from the web services, and everything looks up to par, because they've done an initial walkthrough, and we have everything that is required in order for our community here in Hinds County to be storm ready, and we will become the 22nd county in the state of Mississippi that designation of storm ready. So just to update you on that.
Okay. Any idea on the final application? Because I want to make sure Ruth Ingram here is sitting back in the back.
The final application was submitted on the 24th, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the final application.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Lewis.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Lewis, tornadoes hit every place. It's all over the country. My concern with us having very little money in reserve, and we hope to pray to God that tornadoes don't hit in Hinds County. Knock down trees on our roads and everything, and I know you've seen the readiness. If we don't have money in reserve, what's the plan?
Basically, the plan is that once Hinds County absorbs its resources in time of a disaster, then that's when we have the opportunity to go to the state for assistance. And they in turn go to the federal government if they don't have the resources. That's the process.
What I'm saying is that it's an ugly scenario. Something happened often in Hinds County. Our reserve is so small until that money runs out. Now, the state is not going to act anytime quickly, because we need to make sure the roads are open back up where people can travel again. The feds don't come in money for a while. You got to send in applications and everything else. Without having the proper amount of reserve, is there another solution that you already have that we're going to work with?
Also, that SMAC agreement that the board approved, that allows other counties to come in and assist us also.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Gallagher.
No, I would not make this kind of comment, but I think it's only appropriate this morning that I make it. Maybe we should ask some of our contractors for assistance. Malachi, Rice, Airways, and some of them.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
And the final,
Since the issue of the surplus was brought up. How much is the surplus right now?
Well, we have,
And the show enough surplus, I mean, you know, the 20 hits and we got to cut a check right now. How much is the surplus?
well, what we, our projected surplus would be 450, what we would work with, what we have working with.
That's at least the $200,000 that was spent today in this non-scope of work project.
We know that will be from bonds.
Okay, let's continue on, please.
And the final update is dealing with the rebanding. We have completed all the small municipalities, Bolton, Edwards, Utica, Terry, and Raymond, and we have completed the City of Clinton Police Department. We're starting this morning on the City of Clinton Fire Department, after which they will be going to the Hinds County Sheriff Department, and then the EOC, and that would conclude the rebanding for the radio system.
Okay. Thank you very much for those updates, and we appreciate it. Now we'll go back to Ms. Martin.
I request that the board consider entering the executive session for the purpose of discussion of litigation, Ellis versus Hinds County, and acquisition of lands along the Fire Clinton corridor.
What's the pleasure of the board?
So moved.
It's been moved. Is there a second? Is there a second?
I'd like to state with regard to the litigation matter, I understand from Attorney Kester that it is a matter that is time sensitive for the board's consideration.
Okay. I will second it. All those in favor of? Aye. Opposed to?
No.
Motion passes. Okay. For the purpose of?
Discussion of litigation, Ellis versus Hinds County, and acquisition of lands along the Fire Clinton corridor, which purposes authorized pursuant to Mississippi Code as amended 254174 B and G of the Mississippi Code as amended.
Okay. What's the pleasure of the board?
So moved.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
I'll second it. All those in favor of? Opposed to?
No.
Motion passes. Okay, we'll now go into executive session at 11:34 a.m.